as a sort of answer to Joseph Campbell's hero's journey. Campbell believed that women did not need to take the hero's journey, that the woman simply needed to realize her own power. Stunned and unsatisfied with this response, Murdoch created a journey for the female hero that both echoed the hero's journey as well as found deeper meaning in the adventure of life. The steps of the heroine's journey are as follows: separation of the feminine, identification with the masculine and the gathering of allies, the road of trials, finding the boon of success, awakening to feelings of spiritual aridity, initiation and descent to the goddess, urgent yearning to reconnect with the feminine, healing the mother-daughter split, healing the wounded masculine, and the integration of masculine and feminine. When Rey arrives on Ahch-To, she is essentially beginning the second act of her heroine's journey, awakening to feelings of spiritual aridity and beginning her descent to the goddess. Her hero's journey, as a part of the entire saga, is still apparent, although she has also completed a mini hero's journey in The Force Awakens. The first act of the heroine's journey is, in a way, the first two acts of the hero's journey. The heroine's journey provides what the hero's journey lacks, namely inner fulfillment and connections to other characters in the story. The idea that these two journeys can fit together is not a new one. A good hero should experience a significant inner struggle as well as an outer one. Male heroes tend to experience the latter in greater numbers, but female characters tend to feel more real if their path is reminiscent of the heroine's journey. By the end of this video, I hope that you will come to understand why Rey has to experience this type of spiritual, feminine journey. It is not enough to simply do an outline of the heroine's journey in The Last Jedi, though. There's a lot more going on here. Rather than attempting to interpret all the layers present, I will focus on the visual symbolism accompanying Rey on her spiritual journey that runs parallel to her heroine's journey. When Rey first meets Luke, she is still experiencing the previous stage of her heroine's journey, the illusion of success. She succeeded in defeating Kylo Ren at the end of The Force Awakens. She has found Luke to help with the resistance, but what does Rey want? She wants belonging. She wants to know who she is and why she is a part of this story.
I need someone to show me my place in all this.
She knows in her heart that she is nobody, but doesn't want to admit that to herself. When Luke milks the sea cow, the camera clearly focuses on the teat. Rey looks away in disgust. She is uncomfortable with the female anatomy. She is not accepting of this side of her sexuality. In the previous film, she fully embraced her masculine, tapping into the dark side, defeating Kylo. So this initial look, although also a silly gag, is a deliberate visual of Rey being reluctant to face her female sexuality. Not long after, Rey is called by the tree. So begins her descent. There are 4 clear visuals in this movie that represent air, water, fire, and earth. The tree contains higher knowledge. It is cast in fog. Its limbs are twisted and raised to the sky. Light shines through it. The tree represents air. It is the holder of the Jedi texts, so we know it represents the light side of the Force. It represents the future in its hopeful symbolism. It could also represent puberty and Rey's transition from a youth to a woman. The entrance to the tree is shaped like a female organ, representing birth. Rey goes into it willingly. This can be interpreted as Rey symbolically seeing a part of her future children, future Jedi. Rey claims inside of the tree that she is from nowhere.
Where are you from?
Nowhere.
No one's from nowhere.
Jakku.
Alright, that is pretty much nowhere.
Again, Rey is searching for belonging, and in this place feels closer than ever to an answer. The answer is inside of her. After an emotional exchange with Kylo Ren, Rey goes to the other place on the island that has been calling to her. This is a place of darkness. It symbolizes the birth canal. Going here explicitly to ask of her parents, Rey falls through it and into the water. Here, Rey is returning to the womb. This place is water and darkness. It is also the past. The cave gives Rey an answer that brings her to her lowest emotional point. She has to rely on herself. She has had parents, but they don't matter. The other image looks to be Kylo Ren, but it's not explicit to Rey. She weeps at the foot of her reflection. She then speaks to the only person she knows is as lonely as she, Ben Solo. When they touch hands across the universe, Rey sees his future. This is Rey's answer. This is what she's been searching for. During this descent, the heroine has to face a variety of things in order to come to terms with her inner self. The most notable, though not all are essential, are fear, guilt, shame, grief, lies, illusion, and attachment. On Ahch-To, Rey has faced shame for her femininity, fear of being alone, grief for realizing she is alone, guilt for not succeeding in bringing back Luke, the lie that she has been telling herself for years about her parents, the illusion of her parents being out there and caring about her, and the negative attachment to her childlike self that she is unwilling to let go of. She receives answers from both the light and the dark, but they are not ones that she understands, nor is she ready to understand them. At the end of the descent, Rey lets go of a part of her masculine and literally reaches out to Ben with compassion. In this moment, she begins to embrace her feminine. And when she sees a future with Ben, she does not look away in disgust. She immediately goes to him. This brings us to the second part of the descent. This is breathing space for our heroine. She has discovered a part of what she was searching for, but this won't last long. The throne room is our third symbolic place, specifically when Ben and Rey begin to fight the Praetorian Guard. The room itself is round, another symbolic womb, but this one is red and catches fire. This represents the first blood, intercourse, a sexual awakening. Fire signifies passion. So yes, this is the sexiest moment in any Star Wars movie. It itself represents sex. It also depicts the present. At this moment, Rey and Ben are the balance in the Force. Here, Rey allows the Force to begin to use her. After the struggle over the saber, the novelization details Rey's thoughts. Rey had learned that the Force was not her instrument, that, in fact, it was the other way around. Rey has connected with the cosmic force. More on that later. Next, we have Crate. On Crate, there are 3 wombed symbols.
The resistance is in that mine. Push through.
But only one of these is integral to Rey's heroine's journey.
Lifting locks.
Rey's metaphorical children, the Resistance, are trapped inside of a cave. Yes, another womb. In freeing them, she essentially becomes their mother, fully embracing her feminine role. Obviously, this is Earth. This is Rey's past, present, and future, and is essentially everything Rey is looking for. But she is not complete yet. She still has more steps to complete on her heroine's journey. However, at this point, she has met with the goddess, which is herself and the cosmic force. Back to the Force. There are 2 parts of the Force, the cosmic force and the living force. The Mortis arc shows us that the Father is the embodiment of the living force, the connection between all things. The daughter and the son are embodiments of light and dark. The mother has no physical form because she is everywhere. The mother is the cosmic force. The cosmic force has a purpose and a will. When Rey connects to the cosmic force and decides to allow it to use her, she is connecting with the mother of the universe. This is why her spiritual journey is so important. She must face her femininity. She must go on her heroine's journey in order to fulfill the destiny that is set out for her. She was created by the Force, and now she is an instrument of it. We have seen what happens when someone who was created by the Force ends up trying to use the Force for their own selfish reasons.
All I want is your love.
Love won't save you, Padme. Only my new powers can do that.
Rey's story is a correction of that. In order to balance the Force, it is essential for Rey to allow the Force to use her. And that Force is the mother. So this story is one of feminine spirituality. Air, water, fire, earth, future, past, present, fulfillment, light, dark, balance external, balance internal. Now, it's Ben's turn. Thanks to those who stuck with me throughout the entirety of this video. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more content like this. I love Rey's journey in The Last Jedi, and I love that we still only know a small part of it. I feel like we'll know a lot more once episode 9 comes out that will give us more depth into what's going on in Rey's head in both 7 and 8. So if you have a different idea about it, please just let me know in the comments and we'll get a discussion started.